Hello everyone, you are all amazing. Your chanting was so moving to me, and to see you all here just fills me with hope. Back in 2010, I watched A Peaceable Kingdom, a documentary which shows a mixture of footage of animal suffering and rescuers at work. And I was moved to take action that day or that night and start Hen Rescue, an organisation that would liberate thousands of hens from factory farmed conditions. It's the same kind of feeling that many of you would have felt if you're sitting on the road next to a chicken truck on their way to slaughter, and you feel desperate to do anything you can to save those chickens. It's the same feeling that we would get if we saw a dog suffering and suffocating in a car, and you would break that window to save that dog. There's something in us and everybody here today that's made you come out that it's not enough for you just to be vegan anymore. You're going to take that action, take it a step further, because you know that is what is needed. On the 21st of June at Lakesland, I had that feeling once again. The hens in that shed were starving and dehydrating to death, and they were being left there. The day before, the RSPCA had visited, and they had left them in the hands of their abuser, who proceeded to throw them into a skip that night, still alive, still flapping. On the 21st of June, I met so many amazing people, many of my beautiful fellow activists here today, and some beautiful little people that I didn't get to know properly in the form of the chickens in that shed. I'd like to dedicate the rest of my speech today to one of those little people, Nota. Dear Nota, I'm sorry that when I first entered that shed, I walked past you. I thought you were dead. Your wings were stuck in the filth, and your face was caked with shit. I went down to the other end where the dirt was drier and the hens were trying to cluster. I believe that's where the RSPCA had made them put some food and water as a token gesture. The hens were crowded there, and although their feet were muddy, they were curious. It was as if they were saying, "Pick me, pick me." They were able to walk, so we were able to pick them up very easily. And despite everything they'd been through at the hands of their abusers, there was something in them that let them trust us. Some of the hens were taken out, and then the amazing activist Vanessa, who we just heard, discovered that one of the hens that appeared dead was still alive. After that, we had to check everyone, and that's when I found you, Nota. I hope you like your name because you didn't know it at the time. It means nearly there, because we were so nearly there. I'm sorry that I screamed when I picked you up. I was begging for help from the RSPCA, and they refused to help. I hope that you could still feel the warmth and the comfort from my heart and my arms in that moment, despite my cries. The RSPCA officer was standing above you, looking straight ahead, and I said to him, "Please help her, please let's work together, we can do this together." And he stared ahead as if you were already dead. And then I looked down and I saw your eye, your orange eye, which still had a spark of light beneath it. And I wondered in that moment what your personality would be like. Would you be like my little Maddie, who fell from a ute and ruptured her eardrum, and then after months of nursing became my little cuddle bunny, who I cuddle every single night? Would you be like Ariel, who was found, like you, appearing dead in a battery cage, but after nursing, she found a bond with me? She still liked her alone time. Would you be like Melinda, who was found only roads from a slaughterhouse, somehow escaping death, with a broken leg, who would soon do zoomies around the house like a little puppy? The truth is, Nota, You wouldn't be any of them. You would be undeniably Nota. You would be you with your own unique personality, like every single one of those hens in that shed and every single animal that is suffering right now as I speak in slaughterhouses and factory farms. I took you outside, Nota. We were almost there. I begged the women, the RSPCA officers and the vets to help you, and they said, leave the property, leave the property. As we went, I thought, okay, the least I can do is get you to the vet. The police were there. Well, at least we could get their help to get you to the vet. They might charge us with trespass, but they'll get you to the vet because look what you've been through. Look how the RSPCA left you. But they didn't do that. They refused and they tackled us as if they were in a football game. And Nota, they knocked you out of my arms. And when I picked you up, we were nearly there, Nota, and they held me around the neck and I held you out and I said, please help me. And we got you out, but it was too late, Nota. And do you know what? They think that they broke us, the police and the RSPCA, but all they did was show us that we can't rely on them. And whilst they might have broken our hearts into a million pieces that day, what they don't realise is that they're rebuilding so much stronger than before, and this time we're holding you, Nota, and all of those hens and all of the animals that are suffering within our hearts to make us stronger and more determined than ever. We will not be scared off by your bail conditions, by your laws. Law doesn't mean what is right. Our morals tell us what is right. We need to break these laws. And please, everybody here, hold Nota in your hearts because we are almost there. Please be activists in every moment of your life, whether it's taking stickers to the supermarket and letting people know there's people out there that don't like this and will not stand for it. Whether it's chalking, whether it's outreaching and changing hearts and minds, or whether it is destroying cages and liberating individuals. We will not stop until there is total animal liberation for you, Nota, and for all of the animals.